Say goodbye to toxic people, whoever they may be, however they may be related to you, as a friend, a family, or whatever. All that toxic energy in that toxic vibe will just hinder you from blossoming to this person you're meant to become.
Everybody, my name is Tristan.
My name is Kimmie.
And welcome back to our channel. So today, man, we wanted to give you guys, all you college freshmen out there, some advice going off to college for the very first time ever in your life, fresh out of high school. We do understand that, you know, times is very different right now due to the pandemic. So you're not probably going to get the full college experience your freshman year, but who knows, things can change in the blink of an eye, so you never know. But we just wanted to create a video to give you guys advice, as well as, you know, some things we would suggest for you guys to do potentially, you know, to stay safe during this pandemic. So number one on my list would be to ask questions. So you're in a new environment, you're at a new university, you probably don't know where nothing is. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, whether you ask your teachers or ask, you know, one of your peers on campus. If you ask a peer, it might be a great way to get to meet somebody. So it might be a great way to get to meet somebody. Just ask questions if you got any questions, or if you're in class and you don't understand something, ask questions. Don't be afraid or ashamed to ask questions if you don't understand something. So that's first on my list.
First on my list is get a planner. Most of the time people don't think they'll need it. You know, they'll remember everything and anything, when due dates are, blah, 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 blah. But it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. That way you're not missing any due dates, you're not missing assignments, you're not missing meetings, etc., etc.
Next on my list, let's see, I would probably say study. Study, make sure that you study, man, because it is easy. I'm telling you right now, it's very easy to get caught up with everything going on campus, like people wanting to go to the gym, people want to hang out around the campus, stuff like that, to the point where you forget to find time to study. So make sure that you figure out some point in time to just duck off from everybody and just go study. You know, stay on your academics. That's the main reason why you're there. So at the end of the day, or at the end of your college journey, you get your diploma on time. So, and even if you don't get it on time, you know, it's no race or anything like that. But just make sure that you study, get good grades, the best grades you can, because, you know, you're there for a reason. So
my second one on my list would be to join clubs. What else is it? Join clubs, what else would you call it? Different programs, I guess. But mainly clubs, because there's a lot of clubs in or on your campus that you probably don't know of. Maybe join a sorority or join a fraternity, something. But be involved in your school, because that's one thing I kind of regret. I wasn't really involved at CSU. I don't know why. First off, I lived off campus. If you do plan on living off campus, still try to be involved on campus. Ask people that live on campus, be like, hey, what y'all got going on, blah, 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 blah. Or sometimes they have this event where like all the clubs are there for one day, and you can go talk to the different club presidents.
Definitely not no club heads.
But you can talk to the different club presidents and get to know about their, you know, programs, stuff like that. But just be involved, especially if there's a specific program in your major. If you have a major in mind already, be part of that organization. If that makes any sense, because that gets you in ahead with what's going on within the program that you're in, such as like education, psychology, nursing, etc., etc. But it keeps you involved with other students, you know, and like going off of what he said, maybe that's where you can find study buddies, you know, because most of the time you'll find people that are in the same major as you.
Next on my list would be to don't party too much and be careful. So what I mean by don't party, oh, okay, because you wasn't even there when I was, you know, you were still a baby in high school. Anyway, don't party too much. I went to like a few parties my freshman year, and then we probably went to like 2 to 3 my sophomore year, and then after like that first semester, and then after that, I was like done with partying. I'm not really too social like that in the first place, so I, you know. But anyway, don't party too much. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and I've seen this with my own eyes. Like I'm telling y'all, if you are a person that get caught up in that party life, it will eat you alive, and you're going to end up flunking out of college, or be known, or be known, for a female, be known as the college flip or thought. You know, I'm just keeping a buck with you. So I'm never gonna drop no names. That's not, you know, I ain't trying to embarrass nobody, nothing like that. But you know, I know females who like got addicted to alcohol and made terrible decisions from trying to be involved in that party life, and you know, I guess have people like them and stuff like that. I know,
especially freshman year. I feel like that's a very difficult thing to, back away from, and know when to say no.
Like I know people who flunked out, grade slipped because every party that was happening, they had to be there. You know, so overall, man, don't party too much. There's nothing wrong with, I'm not going to sit here and tell you there's anything wrong with going to a party. If that's what you like to do and you know, like that vibe, cool, do that. Just be safe though. And the other half of that, like I said, was be careful, because I'm going to tell you right now, and y'all should know this, just keep it a buck. Ladies, some men will take advantage of you if you are intoxicated. So, you know, which is called rape, but, you know, I can't really speak for men that have that mindset to prey on females like that when they're over intoxicated, like super duper intoxicated. I mean, you know, there's a difference between the two. If you vibing with somebody all night prior, have some communication with them, let alcohol get into play, and y'all, you know. But, you know, if you don't know this guy, you know, you just met him at a party, he's sitting here passing you drinks, and, you know, be careful of that, because guys will take advantage of, you know, vulnerable and, you know, fresh meat. Fresh meat. So be careful, man. You know, so I'm speaking from not necessarily experience, because, you know, I don't know nothing about that, but I just heard about, you know, females that, you know, on campus basically partying too much, getting intoxicated, and getting in bad situations, but, you know, friends were there to step in and save them. So definitely I would say that too with partying. Make sure, you know, you at least go with friends. You probably, you know, get close with your roommates, or go with your roommates, look out for each other. So yeah. And, you know, we also know that with parties, some people get crazy, shootings happen. So you just gotta be really careful, man. You just gotta get really, if it just feels off and you really don't want to go, do not go. Don't sit back and, like, if that, you know, your roommate's planning on going and you feel a bad feeling about it, speak up. Don't just sit there and be like, okay, well, I'm just not going, whatever, for my roommate. You know, if you got a bad feeling, you need to try to, especially if you know, mess with your roommate, try to save them too. Just be like, yo, man, I don't think you should go, because you never know. A shooting could happen and your roommate get hit, and because you ain't say something, because you had the feeling and you didn't tell them anything, now they're dead or hurt or whatever the case may be. So just be careful, man, because, you know, parties, they're fun, but they're wild, and, you know, things can go wrong at any moment, you know. So yeah.
My third would be to go to your professor's office hours. It's hard to, well, I don't know. I guess I sound like a hypocrite because I never really went to my professor's office hours, but I honestly feel like it would have helped me out more in succeeding in those classes if I had just went, you know. Go to them, ask them, hey, I need some clarification on this topic that you talked about, because a lot of the times professors love to go on and on and on and on and on about something that has nothing to do with whatever's on the board or whatever the topic of the day is about. Yeah. Like, so you need to speak up and be like, hey, you know, I didn't really understand what we were talking about today. Like, what exactly was the main point? And plus, it shows...
Oh, God. I had a teacher that was like that. I'm talking about lost in that class. First off, I ain't had no business being in there. I let a friend... I just needed an extra, like, elective, and I let a friend boost me up. Yo, join this class with me. I bet. And the teacher, he was real cool. He was a cool guy, but he used to go off on tangents like no tomorrow. Like everything he talked about, he's branching off and talking about other things, and I was completely lost. And the only way I ain't gonna tell y'all that. So I'll leave that be. But go ahead.
But yeah, go to your professor's office hours, because it shows that you care, and it shows them that, hey, they're really interested in making sure they get a good grade in this class. Even one of the professors I had last semester, it was my junior year of spring semester, he told us, like, hey, honestly, go to my office hours anytime, or obviously during his office hours, but his door is always open. Just make sure you go in there and ask your questions right there so he can help you. He even said, like, he'll make it happen to where you pass his class. He's like, these professors are there for all of us to make sure that we succeed. Some
professors.
It's just honestly up to us whether we take that hand or not. And most of the time, like me and him, it's kind of like, nah, we got this type of deal. But you gotta take that down a notch and be like, all right, let me get some help if I need it.
Next on my list is to remember who you are. So going off to college, you know, you're on your own. Your mom and daddy ain't there to hold your hand no more. X, Y, and Z. It is very, very easy, especially if you're still in the phase of figuring out who you are. It is very easy to get lost, you know, get knocked off of that path and be, you know, stumbling in the bushes trying to find your way back, getting lost in the bushes and trying to find or the forest and trying to find your way back. So remember who you are. If you are a person who do not drink alcohol, you know, don't try to switch up because your peers are doing it. If you really, you know, maybe if you really do not want to drink alcohol, don't allow anybody to peer pressure you into doing it. Don't become, like, if you're not a party person, don't try to become one. Just remember who you are, whoever you are, and the things that you believe in, your morals, your values, what you've been taught and grew up on and learned, things like that. You know, be that person. Don't try to go off and become somebody new. Just remain you and you'll be all right, you know. So I've seen people who, I guess you could say, try to fit in so bad and be somebody else that they just derailed and fell apart. So don't be that person. Last thing on my list, man, for college advice would be overall just have fun. You know, enjoy the experience. It is definitely a roller coaster ride. You're gonna have some nights you're gonna be hungry because the cafe closed at 6, 7 maybe. You know, you're gonna have some crazy nights with your roommates. You might get in fights with your roommates, but you know, just tussle it out, beat each other up if you got to, and just, you know, shake hands at the end of the day. You know, go to, you know, try to be social, go to different events, go to basketball games if you can. I know ours was free, but I don't know about other schools. I don't know if other schools do free for students.
I don't think all schools do.
I don't think so either. But if you can afford going to games, then go to games, things like that, you know. So, yeah, just have fun, man. Just enjoy the experience. hopefully, technically 4 or 3 years, if you manage to finish early from now, you come back to this video and say, hey.
Or however long it takes you.
Yeah, whatever, as long as you get it done, right? It's no race, but hopefully you come back to this video and just be like, hey, I graduated today, and maybe this video, this advice that we gave, benefit and help you. So, yeah, that's the rest of my list. So.
My last one would be, I guess, to not be afraid to say goodbye to toxic people. Whoever they may be, however they may be related to you, as a friend, a family, or whatever, all that toxic energy and that toxic vibe will just hinder you from blossoming to this person you're meant to become. It's gonna push you or pull you back to where you started rather than you changing, evolution. But yeah, say goodbye to those people. And if you do end up meeting friends in college and it doesn't work out, it's all right. Remember, you got you. Nobody else got you. And if you do end up finding somebody that has your back, that's amazing. Keep them in your life. But also do not take advantage of those type of people. They're there for you, but don't just keep taking from them. Give back to them. But also remember when to draw the line between your friend just telling you what to do, how to be, and all that stuff. Just like going back to what he said. Remember who you are instead of going off of what they're saying. That's pretty much it. Say goodbye to toxic people. As for the pandemic going on, there's a lot of unknown stuff out there, unknown information, unknown factors that, like, how will this school year be? For me, we're starting off virtually first, but nobody knows. Well, virtual, hybrid type of deal. Some classes are in person, some classes are online. So it's just a lot of unknown. It's only been a week, and I know public schools haven't started yet, but the number one thing that my school has been doing is everybody needs to wear a mask at all times. We literally cannot take it off even when we're in the classroom. That's the one thing.
Shoot, man, cause for me,
Ah!
I'm in my master's, I'm online regardless, so it don't really too much affect me. But I would say
it kind of affected you.
No.
That practicum you did.
Oh yeah. For my practicum, I was supposed to go to Atlanta and be there for like 2-3 days. Yeah, for my practicum for counseling, but pandemic, so we had to adjust, and it was online. I had to be literally online like 8 hours for 2 days, 2-3 days. So yeah, that's the only way it affected me. Other than that, everything else was online. Other stuff was online anyway. But for you guys, man, as college freshmen, sanitize, be clean.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of goodness and gracious, please be clean. Buy your little bottle of sanitizer, carry it with you everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Granted, you're supposed to be clean at all times already before this pandemic, but that's all right.
If you haven't been doing the best job with it, now you can, get right. So be clean, carry a bottle of sanitizer with you. You may be clean, but other people around you might not be clean, so they might be touching all them stuff and dirty hands. So make sure you keep sanitizer with you.
We've seen people go to the bathroom and leave without washing their hands, no hand sanitizer, none of that. They just leave.
I'd be so disgusted. I'd be like, especially men, boys bathroom, boys bathroom, whatever, men bathroom. Like, dudes are just dead. Well, legit just walk out, and I'd just be like, I'd be wanting, But make sure you clean, and everybody's situation is different. How did you say it? But everybody's situation is different. Like she said, she's half online, half on campus. So, try to adapt the best way you can, man. Be flexible. If you're a person that quote unquote can't learn by computer or something like that, then just try to become flexible with that. it's part of life. You gotta be flexible. You gotta adapt. Even away from a job, you gotta adapt. So, you know, put your big boy pants on, big girl pants on, and make it happen.
Go into this semester with a positive attitude, because how your attitude in the beginning of the semester, school year, whatever it may be, sets the tone for the rest of the year, whatever, you know. Because if you go into the school year, school semester with such a negative attitude towards it, it's gonna be negative. It's how you make it. You know, that's with any school year, any school semester. It's how you make it. And also, in addition to that, make sure you're social distancing. Don't get too close to people, because yeah, you might have a mask on, but at the same time, you don't know what they've been touching, you don't know what they've been doing, any of that. And plus, you don't even know if their mask is clean. So that could still catch germs. Yeah, y'all be wearing all these masks, but do y'all wash them? Do y'all replace them all the time? You can't just keep using the same thing again and again. It's dirty already, and you're just putting it back on yourself. Just saying.
I think that's just about everything. I mean, it's kind of like common sense, you know, figure it out. But yeah, you know, so I think this concludes this video, man. I don't know what else to say, at least for trying to adjust for this pandemic. Besides, you know, just trying to adjust and be flexible. This is the unknown. You know, we're all going through this together. Hopefully the advice that we gave for you guys when things get back to normal for college, or if your college is saying F it, y'all come to campus and we running things normal, then you got some, you know, tips and tricks there to, you know, be successful and work towards your degree.
Even with this pandemic going on, you could still use the advice we have, because listen, I've seen people throwing parties still, even during this pandemic. So all of this you might still experience, just in a smaller scale, but still use the advice we gave, because professors are still having office hours. You're still going to need a planner. You're still going to need to stay and be yourself. You know, just take our advice and how it fits you and your situation.
Well, I think this concludes this video. Like we said, I already said, but my name is Tristan.
My name is Kimmie.
And we will catch you on another video on our channel. Like, share, and subscribe.
And comment down below, like, how you plan on tackling this school year. Or comment down below
your majors.
Your major. Comment down below. Comment down below what you would like to see from us. Just leave a comment. Have a conversation with us. You know, we would appreciate y'all's comments, and we love seeing that. So, yeah. Bye.
Oppo.
No, it is Oppo.
Oh, Oppo.